Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Now, Steven Jackson has a problem with players choosing money over rings, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm neutral in the whole situation. If you want to win championships, great. Chase championships. If you want your money, get your money. I don't see the issue. I don't have an issue with either or. Whatever works for you is what you do. We have multiple instances where players try to ring chase, gave up millions of dollars, and still came up short. So they didn't win any ring and they lost a ton of money. A la David West. He went to Golden State, gave up a lot of money in hopes of winning a championship before he retired. And they didn't win. KD got hurt. Clay got hurt. Kawhi Leonard did them in. And the rest is history. So for me personally, I don't care what a player decides to do. If you want to get your money, get your money. If you want to go ring chase, ring chase. I'm neutral in the whole situation. And I don't see why some people cry about it. It's like there's a law, there's a rule. You should always put rings before money. Can a ring take care of your family? No. There are instances where you should put rings over money. If you have been playing for a long time, you made a lot of money. I'm talking a shit ton of money, like James Harden. And now you decide, you know what, I want to get a ring or two. That's understandable. But I can't tell a player coming in or someone who is in the middle of their career, you know what, you should sacrifice your money for rings. I just don't see the logic in that. Rings can't pay rent. Rings can't buy food. Rings can't take care of your family. And I understand it's sports. You play to win championships, accolades, I get it. But I would never have an issue with players deciding, you know what, I want to get the bag. I don't see the problem. So I don't know why Steven Jackson feel like that's an issue. Like there's an unwritten rule, you should always choose rings over money. So Steven Jackson, he posed a hypothetical question of people picking 200 million over 50 million in a championship. If I'm in the position to make 200 million, I don't give a shit about no ring. Let me get that 200 million. Why would I give up $150 million for an NBA championship? A championship is nice, but 250 million? Like, are you serious? Funny enough, why do all these players after their NBA career is over, they do podcasts, they join all these networks like Fox, ESPN? Why is that? Beyond their love for the game, they got bills to pay, right? You have a lavish lifestyle, and in order to maintain that, you got to keep bringing in money. That's why they do all these podcasts. You know, a lot of retired NBA players and sports figures becomes sports analysts because they have bills to pay. I don't get the sentiment, and you know what? You should sacrifice hundreds of millions of dollars for championships. In what world? If I have a choice, one championship or an extra 100 million, I am choosing the 100 million. You could keep the championship. I don't give a shit. Me personally, why would I pick a ring over 100 million? So I would never, me personally, I would never choose rings or championships over money, over millions. Hell no. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a player putting his financial being ahead of a championship. There's nothing wrong with that. Vice versa, there's nothing wrong with a player putting championship accolades ahead of his money. It's a personal decision, whatever works for you. So I don't know why Steven Jackson has this problem. So this is what Steven Jackson had to say. I am tired of hearing this shit on Instagram coming from basketball players. That's why a lot of you are losers. If you don't come from nothing, then you would understand why people say they would rather take 50 million and a championship. Because I care about being the best at the gift God gave me. 50 million is enough for people who came from nothing. We know how to make that work. That 50 million is like 200 million to us. It goes to show the people who struggled and the people who did not struggle. Nah, I'll take the 50 million and that championship. But you are not a winner. You don't want to be the best. You just want to maintain and just go on. That's the difference, a lot of champs and y'all. You made your money, but you are not the best at nothing. And that sounds silly. Who are you to tell somebody what should matter to them? What matters to you matters to you. If winning championships matters to you, great. There's nothing wrong with that. But you are not the overseer where you get to decide what should matter to the masses like you decide. If I say championships should matter over money, then that's what it is. And that whole sentiment saying that if people don't choose, championship over money, then, they don't know about struggling or whatever. What are you talking about? And that whole sentiment about if you didn't come from nothing, you wouldn't understand. Yes. And that's the reason why you want your money. You came from nothing. You grew up not having, and you finally got a chance to make a lot of money. Why would I sacrifice that for a ring or championships? I'm just being real about that. Not everybody cares about championships the way you do, and that's okay. You can't act like everybody should care about championships the way you do. You might care, it might mean the world to you, as it do others, great. But to some players, it's not all. It's not the end all be all. It's like, they played sports, they gave it their best, gave it their all. And if they didn't win a championship, it's okay. They had a great career, made a lot of money, was able to take care of their family, and that's it. But you can't crucify somebody because championship wasn't priority or they didn't give up a lot of money just to get a championship. Come on, Steven, that sounds crazy. I get it. The legacy of a player is secure when they win a championship. I get that. But that doesn't mean you should give up a lot of money to win a championship. If you could do both, where you could get the money and win championships, great. But if you're in a situation where it's one or the other, whatever you choose, whatever you decide is fine. If you take the money, great. If you chase rings, great. But I don't understand how Steven Jackson is acting like, what he says is what it should be. This is my thoughts and this is how players should think, So Steven Jackson is responding to Patrick Beverley, texting Jared Vanderbilt and telling him to not sign the extension with the Lakers and try to get more money. And I guess that ticked Steven Jackson off. So he went on his rant about, you should choose championships over getting paid. And that's his opinion, and it's fine. But you can't make your opinion be the end all be all. This is what I think, and everyone should follow suit of what I think. If that's how you feel, that's cool. That works for you, man. But if somebody else decides, I want as much money as I could get. I want to maximize my talent and get all the money I can get. What's wrong with that? I don't see the issue with that. So to sum it all up, Steven Jackson has an issue with players choosing money over championships. Personally, I'm neutral. I say do what's best for you and your family and your situation. If you feel like getting as much money as possible is what you want to do that. If you want to be like David West and give up millions of dollars in pursuit of a ring and end up falling short, do that. Whatever works for you. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.